is up, Caged Nation? My name is Kevin Jackwitz and this is the Caged Review. And I had a friend of mine the other day ask me if I could make a video on how to start a YouTube channel. And I had to debate about that for a second because I'm very new and I don't know that I have enough experience to really say exactly how you should go about it. I can only say how I have gone about it, and it seems to be working pretty well. Over 6,000 views in 6 weeks. That says a lot right there within itself. A lot of people, they struggle for that 10,000, and it seems to be happening very fast for me. So I'm going to share how I went about it and what you need to do to make a credible YouTube channel. The first thing is you have to figure out what kind of channel you want. There are all types of channels. There's educational channels, there's inspirational channels, you have gaming channels. I looked up online the other day and there was a guy who was doing nothing but teaching how to make koi ponds. It's all about what kind of content you want to share. Obviously there are a lot of people who make up their own content. They do little skits, and that's very cool. So establish what you want. That's the first thing you need to do. Have a direction. Have something in mind. Is it just going to be vlogging? There have been very successful vloggers. After you have figured out what you want to do, you have to figure out who is going to be interested in that and try to think about who your target audience is going to be. Now for me, I have a variety channel. I do a lot of things, and a lot of things that most people might consider nerd based. I play video games, I do tutorials with that. I talk about storylines in comic books. I do reactions for trailers for games and movies. I do movie reviews. I do a rock music review section. So I'm a variety channel that is a gaming channel at heart, because I am a gamer at heart. So I know that the vast majority of people that are going to be looking into this are going to be guys. And they're going to be guys roughly, let's say, 25 to 45. And I know that might seem a little bit odd, but hey, the older guys, we grew up with the video games. And so I kind of went with that in mind, and I talked to people just like I would talk to my friends, out in the streets, because you need to keep it casual, you need to keep it yourself, and stay true to who you are and what you want to convey with your channel. One of the first things I did was I had to think of a name for the channel, and my friends used to call me KJ, and somehow KJ became Cage. It just, almost a shortened version of a shortened version. And so the Caged Review just kind of popped in my head, and I was like, that's perfect, I'm gonna run with that. And so I wanted to start to brand myself, and by branding myself I was like, I need a logo. And it took me a week or two actually to even think to make a logo, but I did, and I got on a Photoshop editor and I created this little chrome cage looking thing with the letters for the Caged Review kind of cut out of the cage, and that became my logo. I was like, you know what, that's it, it fits, it looks good, it's recognizable, it's a little bit different from everything else you've seen. It kind of sets you apart. So these are things initially to establish yourself. You also have to think about, after you've got decided what type of channel you want, what you're going to need, if anything, for that channel. Sometimes people are just vloggers and they walk around with their phone and they just, vlog all the time. And so you don't really need much for that. You need a YouTube account, you need a phone with active network, that's it. Other times you're going to need more. If you're gonna do, say, movie trailer reactions or game trailer reactions or music video reviews, something like that, then you need some type of video and audio editing software. Now, me personally, I run with Sony Vegas. It's something that really does a great job of allowing me to do just about everything that I want to. I can edit sound, take sound out completely. I can layer video, I can layer audio. It's an incredibly handy tool if you're gonna have a gaming channel. Everybody on YouTube nowadays wants things in HD, so you can't just record a video game with your phone. You have to have something that allows you to stream your gameplay. And I bought what's called an Elgato game capture card. And it's basically this little card that you plug an HDMI wire in, HDMI wire out, and it allows you to stream from your game system through your computer or laptop to your TV. Very, very handy tool. And it makes everything look very, very good. And that's how you see people on YouTube videos with gameplay that looks like they were actually playing it on their laptop, because essentially they are. So those are things you have to think about. And I think in another post, I'll talk specifically equipment and software that you'll need for a channel. This is just a how-to, how to organize your mind, how to set up a YouTube channel. So with everything that I just said, obviously you have to have a YouTube account and you have to be ready to plug away. And if you're doing this for fun, then great. Do it for fun. It is. It's a lot of fun. If you're doing this with the thought of trying to make an income, the first thing that I decided was, if I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do it halfway. I'm going to commit myself. And so far that is working out very, very well, because honestly, my product right now is not the best. I really have a problem with presentation. I still haven't exactly found my comfort zone in front of a camera yet, and that's something I have to work on. I have to work on my editing skills more. I have to work on learning my Elgato game capture card more. So I have a lot more to do and a lot more to learn, and progressively my channel will get better looking. Having said that, the reason I feel that I have so much attention already is because I work at it. I post videos every single day. Now, I know that some people won't be able to do that right away. Life gets in the way, job gets in the way, whatever. We all have those days where we can't really do anything. I just had a couple because of the internet. But the idea is to stay consistent. If you want to get recognized, if you want people to take notice of what you are doing, they have to have new content. They have to have something to look forward to. And maybe set a schedule where you do a specific thing once, twice a week, whatever it may be. But if you don't put in the work, you're not going to get any results, and that is a fact. People will forget about it, and we are here just another face on a screen. There is no reason for anybody to care about what we say at this point. So we have to invest ourselves into putting ourselves out there for people, sharing whatever our channel is going to be. So definitely, if you're going to start something like this with the idea that you're going to make money at some point, put in the work. That is a big thing. Another thing that'll really help people just starting out on YouTube, and this is something that I have learned recently, is thumbnails are highly important. And when I say thumbnail, some of you understand automatically, some of you don't. Thumbnail is the little picture you see of the video in this long list of videos at the side of the screen. And if your thumbnail doesn't look good and appealing to somebody, they're going to pass right over it. So when you make a video and you upload it to YouTube, typically it gives you 3 frames of that video that has been downloaded to choose from for a thumbnail. My suggestion is to learn how to use a photo editor and make specific thumbnails for each post. I need to start doing that. I haven't done it yet, but it's highly important that I do, because at the end of the day, people have just that to go by when they're looking at a list of videos. So you want it to be as appealing as you absolutely can make it. So that is how I started my YouTube channel. I did a lot of research off the bat before I ever started my YouTube channel. I got online, I learned how to use a photo editor, I learned how to use a video and audio editing software, I learned how to use a game capture card. These are all things I had never done before. I had no idea what I was doing, and I'm still learning for sure. But you have to be prepared to learn your craft. And be realistic. Realistically, I say this kind of half-handedly, but I'm not the best looking guy in the world. So it's not like I'm going to be catching a bunch of girls' attention, especially at 40 years old with a health condition. Not going to happen. Be realistic about what you're going for. And like I said, for me, games, I'm going to be talking to a bunch of dudes. So I'm going to talk to, somebody like a dude. And there are exceptions to that, don't get me wrong. My goal is to eventually be able to catch anybody's attention on this channel. I would love to be able to, have anybody, any age, any sex, any demographic interested in what I'm doing. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing variety, is because I believe it's important to try to catch people's attention. And for me personally, I'm not really closing my mind off to anything, within reason, of course, because I want to be able to reach out to people. And for me personally, I wanted to get people to know me. And so I've even started a playlist where I'm sharing the deepest parts of my personal life and really exposing who I am and what I've gone through in my life. And so it's amazing that specifically has caught attention. And don't go into this thinking you know what you're doing, because of all the things that I thought were going to do great, some of them have done fairly well. But the biggest video that I have to date is actually a very old rock band, Rush, and a concert they did way back. And I did it because I wanted to show the musicianship between these guys, and it just took off. And that really surprised me, because it was one of those videos I just kind of did. I didn't really think it was going to be anything big. And big is relative for me right now, guys, so take that with a grain of salt. But these are all things you want to think about, be aware of. Know that you don't know what you're doing. It's amazing what can go viral at a moment's notice. So plug away. Just keep working, keep posting videos, keep posting different kinds of videos. And those are my suggestions for how to start a YouTube channel. I know I got a little bit long-winded there at the end, but I wanted to give you guys something to think about. And for the person who specifically requested this video, and anybody for that matter, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer anything that I can. And like I said, I will get into another post where I talk about software and equipment that you'll need, and that'll probably help, between this post and that next post, get you established at least in a beginner's set. So ladies and gentlemen, if you like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackwitz. Cage Nation out.